gliding into the afternoon workout for Thursday. From here, y'all, we are going to use a glider or two if you have them. Remember, paper plates work. A small cloth will work to give you a cleaner floor and a sliding surface. So if you don't have the discs, that is fine. I'm also going to use a little ball for some of our core work. If you don't have a little ball, you may use a small pillow, a sweatshirt rolled up and cinched into its hoodie. So if you don't have that stuff, grab it quick, whatever you may be using, and we will get started. All right, we don't need those for the warm-up. So stand up nice and tall. This is going to be a little more standing Pilates and then some core work with the gliders and the ball. Those of you that have done our control class in the studio or fit class, it's going to be some of that stuff. Keeping it safe for all of you. If you have any injuries, issues, conditions, concerns about your body, if you remember your modifications from the studio, please do those. We're going to give it to your range of motion, your tempo. You can always do less of what I cue. You can do a little more if you really want to. I'm going to cue full range of motion, half range of motion, and then a static hold with some kind of shift of our movement pattern. So again, it'll always be your range of motion, finding what feels safe to your body today. It's not always the same, depending on what else you've done. All right, so on that note, abs in as much as you can, shoulders down. Find those lats and those serratus, that protract, retract armpit muscle, keeping the shoulders and ears away from each other. So from here, let's start with our feet hip bone distance apart, planted into the ground. Always think about suction cupping your arches. Just a quick note before I do this first warm up. If your feet prefer shoes, that's okay, you guys. Give yourself the foot support it needs. Otherwise, barefoot, sticky sock. Regular socks glide on the floor too, but be careful if you are doing that with regular stuff. All right, so hip bone distance apart. Take a big inhale for me. Reach up to the sky and bring it back down. Reach it up and bring it down. We're going to do two more. Just big breath in and down. One more time. Big breath in and bring it down. Meet me in your first squat. I'm going to turn sideways for a visual alignment. My spine is neutral. My abs are connected. I'm hinging at my hip and my knee joint. That's your posture. Please don't go into a twerk or a tuck, right? Find your neutral spine. All right. So back to our workout. Let's sit it down and stand it up. Sit it down, stand it up. Sit and stand. Hinging hips and knees. That booty goes back to the wall behind you. And we're breathing for 4, 3. Again, finding your range of motion. And then rise up tall. Here, let's do just a little ankle articulation. Peel your feet off of that floor. Heel, arch to the balls of the feet. Lower your heels. Lift them and lower them. If you have shoulder stuff, you can always do something else with your arms. Bring them overhead with big movements helps get that blood flowing though. Last 3, and 2, and 1. We're going to squat to knee raise. So sit back in that squat that we just did and lift your right knee. Sit back. Left knee. Alternating legs, finding the floor before you squat, rise up. Sit and stand. Sit and stand. Breathing in deep. Exhaling out all your air. Fill those lungs, you guys. Keep that respiratory system healthy. Sit it back and up. 2 more each leg. This is the second time on the first leg and the second leg. All right, hands up. Now we're going to do a knee lift. So we're going to just lift that knee and pull those arms down. So it's a pull and lift. Pull, pull, breathe. We might get a little cardio in this as well, but it's going to come back down once we get nice and warm to a little less. All right. Pull those arms down to the side. Make it a hug the moon. Overhead. Pull. Pull. Breathe. Pull it down. Now add rotation. Rotate. Elbow and knee towards each other. Like our crisscross abs with standing. Pull. Pull. to do one more on each side. Bring it back center, arms come down. All right. From here, I want you to step out to that second position, or our wide Pilates stance. So your heels would be together, toes are apart, but then we stepped out wide. Heels are about hip bone, sits bone distance apart. Suction cup those arches. We're gonna go down slow. Hold this one down for me. Find your range. Neutral spine. If you've got hip or knee stuck, feel free to rotate a little bit less, right? Find your range. Now, when you're down there in your spot, you should be able to see your instep. So do a quick check. Can you see your instep? If not, your knees might be falling in, or your foot and leg and hip aren't rotated together. Suction cup arches, lift and lower. Push through those heels. Rise up tall. Pull yourself down, press it up. If your hips are a little tight, it's okay to hinge slightly forward. Otherwise, you're mostly going straight up and down with that back. Breathe. Down and up. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down part way, just about halfway. And then take one hand and reach over to the side. And then come back up to your start and go the other way. Side bend, lengthening that hip and rib cage, part of your spine. One more each side. Reach and up, reach and up, and stand up tall. We're going to take that right leg behind for a little curtsy or a crossover balance lunge. Step back and then go the other way. Take it back and up. So I am hinging forward at my hip joint, keeping my abs in and my spine neutral. So nice and slow here, we're just warming up a little bit, down and up. Now can you add a little windmill arms, I'm going to call it. So the opposite hand reaches towards the opposite toe. Because it's okay if yours is to the knee, right? Or maybe to your calf. Or all the way to the floor. Find your range. Do that a few more. Down and up, down and up. Now we're getting that rotational curtsy, so we're getting all these planes of motions warmed up. One more each side, right here. Bring it up. All right. From here, we're going to take that right leg behind into that curtsy shape again, and now we're going to plant that heel down. Okay? So I'm a little bit rotated. I'm going to reach forward here, and I'm going to hinge at the hip slightly. Rise up on my tippy toe of that back leg, pull it down. So it's a little calf raise on an angle. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, hold this one down. Hands are out in front of you. Now, hinge over towards the floor and rise up. Take just that back leg arm up, and then we're going to bend it down and bring it up. Bend it down and up. Bend it down and up. It's the bend and snap if you were a Legally Blonde fan. Bend and snap. One more time. Bend and snap, and then bring it up. All right, stepping back up to that second position. We're going to do a set of pliés here. So we're going to go down and up. I stole that from my friend Leslie, by the way, the Legally Blonde thing. Breathe, down and up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand up. Take that left leg behind into that curtsy. Plant that heel. Hinge slightly forward. And then we're just going to do a little lift and lower. So every time you lower that heel, I want you to feel that left back calf. Get a little stretch. So we're just in a slight turn out. So don't over-rotate hip or knee. The knee should be in line with hip and toe. 4, get that heel down. 3, 2, hold it down. Reach a little bit further forward, and then we're going to hinge over and up. Take just the back leg, left arm, and reach it down and up. And I know it's your arm lifting, I meant it matches the back leg. Down and up, down and up. Bend, feeling those glutes and hips get a little stretch, front and back side. Last 3, and up, bend and up, bend and up, and release it. All right, feeling warm? Hopefully. Okay, so you guys, we're gonna come down for a little plank series with the gliders. We're gonna warm up the upper body and the core a little bit. So I have my mat folded in half, so there's a nice spot for my knees. I'm gonna put my toes on the individual gliders. If you only have one, or one paper plate, or if you only have one cloth in the house, that might be a little weird, but whatever works for you. You can stay on your hands under your shoulders, or come down to your forearms. So if you have sensitive wrists, that works. And then another trick is to fold your mat a little more, and then you might be able to have your fingertips touching the floor and the heel of the hand raised, so your wrist is not as much into extension, okay? So initially, we're just gonna hover. So strong shoulders, head in line with the spine, lift your rib cage, which activates your abs, and then hover your knees off the floor. Just hover. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, rest it down. Okay, from here, we're gonna go out into a full plank. Again, pick your position. Forearms, mat folded over, or regular flat hands. This actually feels nice on my wrist. I'm gonna stay right here. Strong shoulders, lift your ribs, pull the belly in, and then hover the knees, lengthen your legs out to plank. Take your left leg to the side, pull it back in. Take your right leg to the side, pull it back in. Open, close, open, close. Breathe. Opening and closing, connecting all of those core muscles. Can you do one more? Knees in, rest them down. I'm gonna sit back into that little rest position. Shell stretch, stretch out my wrists a moment. And then I'm going to unfold my mat, because I want us all to come to forearms. So if you're already there, perfect. If not, forearms. We're gonna do a little shoulder saw. So anything scapular glide, or a little sawing motion from your shoulder blades. So get your hands on the mat, elbows right under your shoulders, one leg out long, zip up your belly, and bring your other leg to meet it. Find that plank. You can just hold the plank, or join me in a little shift forward and back. Just a small movement from the scapula. Don't lose that plank. Squeeze your buttock. I'd rather you be a little booty up than a saggy back. And hold, knees in, rest it down, and sit it back. All right, we're gonna do one more here. So, I'm gonna come back up to my hands. I kind of like that folded over mat. It really opened up that wrist a little bit, okay? This time we're gonna do our mountain climber in a diagonal, okay? So, strong shoulders, lift those ribs, whoop, opens up the shoulder blades, pulls the belly in, hover knees, lengthen out to plank. Now, pull your right knee towards your left elbow and rotate your pelvis and bring it back. And pull it and back. If this doesn't work for you, just hold your plank or pull it straight in and out. A little twist, a little twist, a little twist. 3, 2, one more each side. Bring it in, sit it back, let go of your mat, shell stretch it out. And then bring it back up. Okay, from here we're coming back up off the ground. I think we're warm in that body position. Okay, so gliding disc. I'm gonna put under my right foot. You can mirror me with the other foot or say right and left as I say right and left. Okay, starting with our lateral lunge. I'm gonna take my right leg out to the side. Both sets of toes, or my feet, all 10 toes are pointing forward. So don't turn that foot out, keep it parallel. It's gonna help us find that inner thigh. Standing leg is going to squat back as the gliding disc goes into like a lateral lunge. I'm gonna take it down and up. You can take your arms out and in, out and in. I like to reach down myself because it tells me if I'm staying in line. So I'm hinging that standing leg, hip, and knee to fold over, load the back heel, and come up. Finding quads, but really try to find your seat. Find your buttock. Find the backside. We're doing 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, find what feels like about halfway down to you, okay? Keep loaded on this leg. Now we're going to go down 2 inches below your halfway, 2 inches above your halfway. So we're doing a half range, but in our middle. So a little below halfway, a little above halfway. So I'm not going all the way down or all the way up. That's what the middle means. I have 4, 3, 2. Find that halfway and stay. Pull your abs in. Weights loaded on this side. Now pull that gliding disc in and out. Slow. Feel like you're pulling it through mud. Pull it in. Pull it in. Pull it in. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Stand all the way up. We're going to do the same move on the other leg. Okay? So I'm going to take the ball of the foot onto that gliding disc, taking it out to the side, loading that standing leg. I'm going to go down and back to my full range, and then all the way up. Down and up. Down and up. Whatever arms work for you right now. Reaching down is fine. All 10 toes forward. Feel like you're dragging that disc back in. 5. This is 4. 3. 2. Last full range. Bring it out. Find your halfway down. Hinge at the hip. Weights on that back heel. Can you look at your toes? Okay, 2 inches below halfway, 2 inches above halfway, 4 inches about the width of your hand. It's not big. Push and pull. Quads, glutes, hamstrings, core still active, spine is neutral, abs in, hinge. Don't tuck or twerk. Last 3, 2, 1. Find your halfway down. Tighten it all up. Make sure you're loaded, square. Now gliding just pulls in slow, presses out. Resist that in. Pull in with that inner thigh. Pull it in. 3, 2, 1. Stand it all the way up. Whew. Shake it out a second. All right. We're going to get rid of the glider for just a second. And we're going to do a set of parallel squats again, just to keep that moving, but no disc this time. Hinge it back, sit back, pull it up, sit back, pull it up. Breathe, hinge, and reach. Hinge, reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your down. Where's your low squat? Shoulders down, hinge at the hips, belly pulled in. Now, come up halfway, pull it back down. Find your low in. Still that half range. Down, halfway up. Pull it down. Can you feel your hamstrings? The back of the upper thigh. Yeah? Hope so. 3 and 2. Hold your low. Where's your spot? Hold it. Hold it. Now, shift the weight to the left leg. Through center. To the right leg. Just turn it into a little leaning tower of yourself. Leaning tower of care right here. 3, 2, 1 more. Stand it all the way up. All right. We're going to go back to gliding disc because it is the gliding into the afternoon workout, right? Okay, so I started with my right foot on the gliding disc. With the lateral, we're going to go posterior, same thing. So you guys, this one sometimes is a balance challenge for people. You can have a chair or a wall if you need it. I want you to take that right leg out behind you. Tighten it up. I call these ski slope lunges because I want that leg like it's in a cast. You went down one too many times. We're going to stay parallel with both feet, hinging over at the hip joint as I bend my front knee and I go back. I should have a diagonal line from the crown of my head to that back heel, and then I'm going to pull back up. I'm gonna go back, pull up, out, and in. Breathe, reach and pull, reach and pull, reach and pull. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it back and stay. Find your spot. Find your spot. Come up a little bit, down a little bit. Find your range, push and pull. Somewhere in that top half, but not all the way up. 4, 3, 2, hold it back, find your spot. Now just the gliding disc. Now hold in and out, in and out, in and out. Abs in. That left standing leg hip is on fire. 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way back up. Yeah? I'm answering for you. I felt it. Okay. Left leg long and strong and tight. All right. Keep that like it's in that cast. We're going to do the slow first one. Bring it back. Check into, is your knee over the shoelace part of your foot or closer to your heel? Is that glute loaded? Are your abs in? Are you on that diagonal line? Keep that back gliding disc leg straight. Now, we're going to come up and down. Up and down. I change my arms. Whatever works for you is fine. I'm lifting as I come tall, hinging. Abs in. Again, if you need something to balance, find a wall or a chair. We have 5, 4, 3. Find your range. Don't forget about that back leg. Sometimes I tell you because I lose it. 3. Last one. Find your spot. Okay, load this side. Lift up a little bit. Up. Push. Quads and glutes push you up. Hamstrings pull you down. You find them? Are these guys still firing? 3, 2, hold. Gliding this in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It's not a race because you're not going anywhere. 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Whew. Give it a little shake. Option to cross your leg. Give yourself a little figure 4. Unlock that a second. And the other leg. And bring it up. All right. So, more gliding disc legs. We're going to put it under the right leg again. And we're going to do our curtsies. Or crossover balance lunge. Similar to what we did in the warm-up, but using the gliding disc. So I'm going to take that right leg out to the side. I'm going to swivel it behind me. And then bend down, hinging at the waist. Curtsying to me, your queen. Bring it down, and up, down, and up, down, and up. If you guys are doing this, you can bow, but make it a little more curtsy-like in that crossover balance lunge position. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Okay, stay hinged over here. Now we're going to slide that back leg in a little bit so the feet are a little closer together. And then I want you to come up about halfway. Pull it down. Find a range of motion that works for you. You should not feel this in your knee joint. You should feel this in your muscles. Never in the joints, y'all. We want to load the muscles. 3, 2, 1. Hold your somewhat down. Shift your weight by coming upright. It's a little change. Now come all the way tall. A little bit down. All the way tall. A little bit down. So that's a little shift in where our center of gravity is. Find those inner thighs and those booty muscles. Yeah? 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Tip back over. Gliding disc goes out. Holding this position, pull your gliding disc in and out. In and out. In and out. 5, 4. That front standing leg is isometric static hold. Not going anywhere. 1 more. And bring it up. Whew. A little release there. Okay. We will release those legs in a second. Okay, gliding disc on that left leg. Take it out. Again, do less of these if you need to, right? Okay. I'm ever so slightly turned out in both like my Pilates stance. No more than a fist distance between big toes. Not an over rotation. Take the leg around behind me and bend it down. And bring it up. And bring it down and out. If your disc feels broken, or glider or paper plate, it may mean you have too much weight on that leg, because they don't usually break. Bring it down and out. Down and out. Down and out. Circle it back. Bring it up. 4, 3, 2, one more full range. And now we're going to bring it back and down, okay? Now, lift your torso upright so we unhinge. So that glute on that front leg's firing. Pull your feet in a little closer together and then come tall, a little bit down. Come tall. So it's the top part of our range. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend down a little bit. Tip it back over, back shifting that weight back to that front leg glute. Take the gliding disc out and in. Your disc goes away on an angle, pulls in, toe to heel. Pull it in. In. 5, 4, 3. Abs are still active, right? Last time. And bring it up and off of there. Okay, here's the release I promised you. I need to back away from my mat a little bit. I want you to take that disc forward. We're going to circle the leg around behind you. Rise up on your tippy toes so you can pull the leg straight through. Lower the heel to swoop it around and bring it up. You guys, it's just our circle. Now we do our one leg circle on the mat or our circle with our feet in the straps. It's just a hip mobility. We're going to go one more time. Pause. Now take it behind you. Circle it around. Up to go back. Knee bent to swoop. Come up. Circle it around. Up. Circle it around. Circle it around. One more time. Around and bring it up. That hip should feel a little nicer now. Okay. Switch it to the other leg. So now my gliding disc is in front of me. I'm going to soften my standing leg. Circle the leg around behind me. Rise up on my tippy toes so my foot fits through. Circle it around. Bring it up. Circle it around and forward. Just mobilizing that hip. Just a nice fluid circle. One more time this direction. Pause. Now we take it back. Bring it forward. Up to fit through. You can also just bend your knee if you need to bring it through. Of this gliding this leg. 3, 2. Last one. Bring it up. Take a little pause. Okay. So from here, you guys, we're going to come back down to the mat. I'm going to, actually, we're not coming to the mat yet. I said, stand back up. Grab your ball. If you don't have a ball, a pillow, a roll of towel, or that sweatshirt hoodie into the hood cinched works. We're going to put the ball between our feet on the floor. So you can keep your feet flat if that works better for you. Or you can bring them about halfway up the ball, which means it looks like you're, and feels like you're, standing on the ball. So you should feel the squishy part of the ball underneath you, okay? And then I want a neutral spine. So I don't want you to anterior tilt or hyperextend that back, okay? So we're just turned out a little bit, and we're going to take it down into our halfway down plie. So we're going to go down a little bit, zip it up. Down a little bit, zip it up. Find some energy in those legs and in those shoulders. Keep them below shoulder height. Nice and nice on the arms today. Down, zip it up. Down, zip it up. 4, 3, 2, hold it up, squeeze. Now I just want you to go down about 4 inches. Up tall, just that little partial range, the top end. Squeeze it up, zip it up. Pelvic floor takes the elevator up. Inner unit connecting. 4, 3, 2, hold it tall. Now just squeeze your ball. So you're like rotating those thighs. Squeezing your ball. Your cheeks get a little tighter. 3, 2, 1. Hold the squeeze, hold the squeeze. Rise up on your tippy toes. Open your legs, dismount the ball. All right. So, ball between your thighs. I decided we're gonna wait and do all the lower body down, and we'll cool it down that way. So, I'm gonna turn sideways again, just for that range of motion. The ball is between my thighs. It's another set of squats, but with a little stagger. So I want you to take your right leg back just a little bit. So my feet aren't super far apart, really just the width of the ball, right? So I got a little angle on my ball squeeze. I'm gonna lift my back heel and maybe hover my front heel. You can keep the front one down, the back one has to come up, okay? We're gonna sit back. I want you to go down, 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 pull it up. Down, 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 pull it up. So you're sitting back in that hinge stagger squat and then squeeze the ball as you come tall. Sit and bring it tall. Sit, bring it tall. So it's 3, 2, 1, up on 4. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Up. 2 more, full range. Up, down, 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 up. Now bring it down. Find your down. Half to 3/4. Find your spot. Hovering on those balls of the feet, all 10 toes, right? Big toe, little toe. Now, come up 2 inches, down 2 inches. I say 2 because you're gonna go 4. It's about that hand width again. Keep some pressure on that ball. 3, 2, hold it. Squeeze your ball. Inflate, deflate it. Inflate, deflate. Can you go down another inch? You don't have to. Pull it in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. All right. You don't have to turn around. Just switch your legs. You might have to adjust the ball. Again, only about a ball width from where your heel to toe line up. And that helps us get nice and aligned. Okay? Back heel has to be up. Front heel is optional. Find where you can be balanced. So I'm going to come up to my little hover. Abs are in. Sit back and up. Sit back and up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Up. Down, down, down. Pull it in. Down slow. Zip it up. 3, 2, 1. Up. 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 Abs in. Shoulders stay away from those ears. Neutral as you can in that spine. We have 5 more. Now 3. Ready? Find your down. Abs in. Hinge at the hip and the knee. Balance on both feet. Come up a little bit. Down a little bit. Keep some pressure on that ball. Find your balance. I lost mine when I looked at the camera. Hinge. Pushing and pulling. Pushing and pulling with those legs. Ready? Find a spot you can hold it. Somewhere towards halfway down. Ready? Inflate that ball. Deflate that ball. Press on it. Pull it in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stand all the way up. Release your ball. All right, now we are coming down to the mat. Promise? Not fitting this time? Okay. We're not quite done with the legs. I would like you to put your heels on the gliding disc, okay? And then we're gonna lay back on our back. So bring yourself down to your mat. I still have my mat folded. My feet are at the end of it because they're gonna slide in and out, okay? So put the ball, I'm gonna put it in my hand and press down. So I got a little asymmetrical connection or uneven tension in my arms. So they're both gonna press into the mat, but this one has a little more energy because of the squishy ball. And then I just want you can keep your toes down if you want on this first one. We're just gonna lift up and then lower down. Lift up and lower down. Lift up and down. Up with energy. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Tighten that toe. Reach your knees over your toes. level across your hips. I put that little contractor level across your belly, and the bubble stays in the middle, so don't drop them, keep them level. Take your left leg, opposite the ball hand, and then pull it back in. Take it out, pull it in. You want your toes pulled up towards your nose so that you can slide that disc. It's hamstring, y'all. It's glutes of this leg that's not moving. 3, 2, 1. Bring your hips down. The ball is going to the other hand. We're going to repeat that. So this time we're just going to do 4 straight up and down. So press strong into the mat. Keep your head down. Neutral spine. So cinch those abs in first. Press hands down and then lift and lower. Find that full bridge. Knees over toes. The gliding disc part is optional, right? If you did it on the other side though, try it here. Now hold up, press. Now level hips. Try not to drop it. Your hip really wants to drop to the floor. So this glute is holding you up as the hamstring is pulling in. And the glutes and hamstrings on that left side, the non-moving side, are both strong. Keeping the hips open, the abs drawing in. Can you do 2 more? You can, because you're doing it with me, right? And then hips come back down. Nice. Ball between your thighs again, if you have it. If you don't have a ball, it's okay. You don't even have to use the pillow if you don't want to. Shoulders down. Now, lift back up into your bridge. Okay, this gets a little trickier. Can you press out just a couple inches and pull in? As you pull in, squeeze the ball. It helps keep you in alignment. Just 4. There's no just about it. 3, 2, it's small. 1, bring it down and release. Take your legs up to the sky. Grab behind them. Give them a hamstring stretch. You can do 1 at a time if you need to. Release that from the other side. And release that. All right. Bring yourself up to seated. And then we're going to do a little, we just need 1 gliding disc. We're going to do a little side bend abs. So I'm going to put the ball under my rib cage. The higher towards your armpit, the nicer. The closer to your waist, a little less nice. Top leg is going to go out long. Bottom leg is going to be kickstand so that we are balanced, okay? So down towards your floor, stack your hips and shoulders, and then we're going to press this top foot into the floor. I want you to feel that inner thigh just connect and that glute and hip connect, so we're nice and open here. Take that top arm overhead if it works for your shoulder, and then rise up a little bit and down. You're going to find the bottom of your armpit, shoulder blade area, reaching. So you can come overhead, or you can just keep that arm reaching down, whichever one works for your shoulder. Pull it up. Pull it up. The ball's giving us a little flexion and a little support. 1 more. And then take it out and just lower down. Stretch out that side. Reach that foot long. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. And then bring it up. Okay. We're going to go to the other side. I'm going to just turn around. You can turn over or turn around depending on where you have your floor space. So my hand's going under the gliding disc. The ball's going to the side of my waist. And then I'm going to reach overhead and up. Or maybe that hand stays down. But I want you to find that that hip is stacked. The bottom leg's your kickstand, inner thigh pressing as we come up and down. Whether you're reaching over and up or just down. Keep this leg, top leg pressing down. This armpit muscle, that lat's getting some work, you guys. We're getting some resistance there. My shoulders staying away from my ears. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach over, stretch it out. Let your head rest down on your arm. Reach that ankle away and heel away from you. Stretch out that whole side of the body. Breathe. And bring it up. Okay. So, gliding disc back at the end of your mat. We're going to lay on our belly. So, I'm going to face, you can face whichever way. You just want, the mat's just nice for your body, right? So, I want you to put the ball, if you have it, between your ankles. If not, just squeeze your heels together in that little Pilates stance, or like you're making a little froggy shape, right? Okay, so hands on the gliding disc, about shoulder width. You don't want them under your nose because you want your collarbones nice and open. Okay, push your pubic bone down into the mat. Pull your belly button in like you got a little lava tunnel going there. You don't want to get burned, right? So we're going to do a little breaststroke swimming here. I want you to reach your arms out and then pull your belly in, circle your arms to the side, and pull them back under your shoulders, okay? So you don't have to be able to swim to do this, but it's like breaststroke swimming in the pool, but no water to drown in. So we're going to exhale as we're gliding in that pool, right? And then inhale, we lift up, coming up for air, pull our hands in. So as you do that, you guys, really pull your belly button in so that you keep that back supported. So our upper body's coming into our little swan shape as we're pressing out and pulling in. Pressing out, pulling in, rested down for a second. I want to reverse the pattern. So I have to keep my head in line with my spine when I do this, but I want you to squeeze that ball and just think inner thighs, glutes firing. Take your arms out towards a T, circle them in front of you, and then pull up as you pull in. So we go low while our hands are wide, reach long, pull them in. You can't do this in the pool. Reach it out, circle around, and back. Unless you have figured out how to swim, breaststroke backwards. Reach it out, circle, pull it in. Really squeeze your belly and your booty. Or pull those deep abdominals in, and that glute fires just a little bit. Are you squeezing your ball or your heels together as you do this? One more time. Up, and bring it down. Yeah? Okay. Okay, so legs out long, hands out long. From here, you guys, we're going to just hold those legs long, squeeze, and then I just want you to pull the disc back and look over your shoulder and reach it out long. So we're in that swimming position again, but just hovering the chest and heels. You can keep your feet down if you needed to, but we're doing a little rotation prone here. Pull it back, reach it out. Pull it back, reach it out. Reach it out, bring it in, let go of the disc, release the ball. Sit back, either on your ball or towards your ball, into that rest position. And breathe. Stretch out those shoulders, pull your belly in, stretch out that back, and bring it in. Take the ball out from between your legs. Okay, we got to finish up with some core. Your core's been working the whole time though, right? It should have been. Okay, isolated abs. We're going to do a couple versions of our earthquakes and finish you off. I promise, we're on the home stretch. Less than 5 minutes left. Okay, fall behind that tailbone. Make it a little bunny tail. And then we're going to slightly tilt the pelvis back. So just find the back edge of your sits bones. They're kind of long, oval shape there, right? They're not just a point. And then tuck the tailbone just a little bit, and then lean your body back till you feel a little connection in your abs, holding you against gravity. The goal is about a 45 to 50 degree angle there. Shoulders down, breathe, breathe. Fun fact, I've given some of you before, but when we use this ball behind our back, there's 408% more engagement of our abdominals, deep abdominals, transversus abdominis, against when we don't do that. Sit back up. It makes our hip flexors shut off and supports our back, so it really helps us stay in our abs. There was a study done on that at Loma Linda University in California. So shoulders down, curl back just a little bit, and then lean on that hinge back. Okay, ready? Take your legs out and your arms out. Scoop them back in. Don't move your spine. Arms and legs reach up and down like a double leg stretch. Reach, pull, reach, pull. 2 more. Last one. Sit all the way up. Okay, so bow and arrow, so we get those obliques. Okay, again, curl the tailbone under, hinge back, lean back, pull the abs in, find your spot. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pull the right elbow back and the left leg out. Come back to center, switch. So the opposite leg arms are straight or both arms are bent, right? Bring it in. You can pick it up a little bit if you want, or keep it slow, slow, slow. Sometimes you feel the muscles a little bit more because you don't get to get any momentum. Are you breathing? You better be. One more. And sit it all the way back up. Okay. Done with gliders. Okay, this is a little more niceness. We're going to put the ball back on the mat under your shoulder blades. Take your legs out long. Cross your ankles. Hands behind your head. Support your head. And then lean back over the ball. Wherever it works for you. But if you can get your head on the floor, your elbows can be in or out, whatever works for your shoulders. Just feel like you're stretching that rib cage, thoracic spine. So the ball's right by my shoulder blades. And I'm stretching out my abs as well, right? And just breathe there a second. This is just a thoracic opener. And then we're going to go chin to chest. And then bring yourself back up. If you can sit crisscross applesauce, sit in that cross-legged position. If that doesn't work for you, legs can straddle out. If you prefer that, that's fine as well. So I like to crisscross this one because we get a little bit of hip rotation as well. But either way is fine. So if you want more hamstring, keep your legs straight. I might just do both anyway. Roll your ball away, hinging or rounding your spine away from your body. And then roll the ball back in to come tall. Two more. Reach it forward, roll it out. And then bring it up. One more to prove I can sometimes count to two. Pull your abs in. And then bring it up. Put the ball on your right hand. Left hand comes up to the sky. Roll the ball away. Push that left hip down into the ground. Flex over, stretch out those obliques a little bit into your hip. Bring it back in. Ball goes to the left hand, the right hand to the sky. Roll the ball away, rainbow, side bend that spine, reach up and over. Breathe. Bring it all the way up. Ball here, just because it'll feel good. If you can sit with those legs long in front of you, push the ball to your toes, hinging. Don't round or flex this time. Hinge it over. Wiggle off of those tissue of your hips so you get those sits bones down and just reach towards your toes. Wherever you can reach. You might be at your knees. Stretch those hamstrings, stretch that low back, and bring it all the way back in. And you guys, there's our gliding into the afternoon, or whatever time of day you might do this, because you can replay it anytime that you would like. Again, I'm Kara. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.